Well, good afternoon and welcome to the Sports Advertisers, a show about Communications 1233 and specifically two books that we have learned in class.
Two books.
Written by Potter and Dill. Fantastic, fantastic books. We for sure read them. So
every bit of it.
Every bit of it. And so with this project that we're doing here, we had to watch 5 commercials. And these 5 commercials were It's Gotta Be the Shoes, Bo Knows, Got Milk, Jordan versus Jordan, and Jordan versus Bird. Specifically, Jordan feels like he's in almost all of these commercials, doesn't it? But that happens with Michael Jordan, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to show you Bo Knows, and then we're going to go into an analysis of Bo Knows and talk maybe about those key things that we've learned in class to where we can apply it to everyday life, specifically using this commercial. So we'll see you here in just a couple of minutes here on the Sports Advertisers.
Don't I know you? Nice shoes. Yo, Kansas City one. Are you sure we haven't met before? Now, where's that Tour de France thing? Nice shoes. I knew I should have taken the right turn at Albuquerque. Have you ever been to L.A.? Hold on, sir. That's what you think, dudes. Might you all join me in a spot of tea? Where'd you play your college ball? What is he doing here?
I thought this was another Bo Knows commercial.
Has anyone seen Bo's ball? I know, Kansas City. Nice shoes. Nice shoes. You ever play with Bo Diddley?
Well, we hope you enjoyed Bo Knows as much as we did, and I know I'm speaking for the panel here when I can say that really advertising doesn't do much for us, right?
You know, I absolutely hate commercials like that. They make me mad. I think that they completely screw up the sport. You can't watch it. It's completely ruining everything about America.
Well, it seems to me, Eric, that you might have been affected a little bit by these commercials.
No.
'Cause looking at you, you're like a walking branding, like billboard of some kind.
No, man, that's not it.
That's not it, huh?
That's not it. No, I think they may have got me a little bit. They may have gotten through to me.
Well, that's okay, Eric, because commercials like Bo Knows get to everybody in America, or at least kids, athletes, young athletes who are aspiring to be big time, maybe even play in the pros.
That is
Tyler,
their target demographic.
That's true. Their target demographic specifically. Tyler, could you talk a little bit about Bo Knows, what you saw, and maybe talk about some of these key elements of it that you see in the Potter and Dill books?
Oh, of course. Bo Knows is part of a larger ad campaign for Nike, and that was one of many where it would basically just show Bo, selling the shoes, saying, "Hey, these are the best shoes around. You need them." And that's kind of a deceptive element of advertising that is common in sports. And Potter points out that ads are frequently deceptive, and they want you to think that the shoes are what makes Bo talented in all the different sports that he played, and when in fact it's really just his natural talent and his practice and his training, and the shoes are very minimal, if anything, to the talent of Bo. But they want to have you think otherwise.
So true, and plus God or genetics also helped out Bo, am I right? I don't think it was the shoes. Now,
I feel like that had a little bit to do with it.
That's true, but and Bo Jr. over here with all the Nike stuff going on.
That's right.
What do you think about Bo Knows? Was there anything you saw in there maybe different from Tyler where you can say, this is really, really a good commercial in trying to get kids to buy the product?
Yeah, I mean, these advertisements, they're pervasive. They're everywhere around us. We deal with them every day. A lot of times you don't even know it, but they do manipulate us, I think. Maybe I should probably lose some of the advertisements. But Bo Knows it's definitely one of those things where I think everybody sees that and they think, well, even if they don't actually say it, if I get those shoes, there's a chance I can be like Bo. I can hit that ball over the fence. I can run behind the line, score a touchdown. So yeah, I think it definitely makes you want to buy the stuff.
Well, that's for sure. I mean, and you look at that commercial, and it's not just baseball and football, right? Bo
Well,
Jackson's
it's
like
everything.
playing croquet. He's
Yeah.
like out there doing
Yeah.
golf. Like
And
Bo
if-
Jackson was not a professional golfer. I can tell you that right now.
And
But
if you buy those shoes, you're going to be really good at croquet.
that's
I
true.
can tell you.
A professional croqueter. I know there's a
Even
great
surfing,
league.
where I don't
Yeah.
think you win.
Seeing Bo Jackson
guess you
surfing
could.
may be an interesting sight, but I don't think we'll ever see it.
Maybe that's
for
a new
sure.
marketing campaign. They can have a Nike surfboard or something.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for me, whenever I look at Bo Nose, and I think of how successful it was in building Nike, because before Bo Nose, before even the Michael Jordan shoes, Nike was good at supplying good athletic clothing and products. But with Bo Nose, it took it to a whole different level. That was the perfect athlete that they could use for branding. Branding, a very, very important thing right there, where you can associate a type of product with an athlete or somebody that a kid or just any, I mean, like even adults watch this kind of stuff and they say, you know, like if you, this isn't sports, but I mean, you watch like some of these hair care products and stuff, and it's got these actresses on it, and they say, wow, I could look like this. It's the same exact way with Bo Nose. People in the 80s and 90s looked at Bo Jackson and said, wow, this guy can pretty much do it all.
Right.
And Nike signs him to this big deal, gives him a lot of money to sit there and do
of
that.
money.
If you ask Bo Jackson, he'll tell you it wasn't Nike that made him Bo Jackson. That's for
He'll
sure.
tell you.
That's for sure. Well, I think we have time to maybe talk about another commercial, I would say. And we're not going to show this, but we'll just talk about it a little bit. The Got Milk campaign specifically, you think about that, and milk, I don't think anybody's going to disagree with the fact that milk is good for you, building bones, calcium, and everything else. Tyler, do you think it's a little bit deceptive for those Got Milk ads to make the claims that they do whenever they affiliate themselves? I mean, I know there's a picture of Brett Favre with Got Milk. I mean, and several other athletes. Is that deceptive for them to do that? Or
I think it is deceptive because, I mean, there's no question that milk it has a high source of protein and calcium, so it'll help you develop and get stronger, but it will in no means, make you a great quarterback like Brett Favre or the one we saw earlier with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I mean, he's one of the buffest guys around. There's no way he's
you're
getting
gonna
that
do
from
more than
drinking
milk.
That's so true. Well, I know if I drink a lot of milk, something bad happens to me. I don't think I turn into Brett Favre, but
That's a whole other show, though. We're gonna.
That's
we'll,
true.
We'll tackle that a different.
that's not the
different
Sports
day.
Advertisers. That's something else.
Yeah.
Eric, whenever you look at Got Milk and you see with Brett Favre and people like that on it, why do you think that these companies, I mean, like milk companies, you wouldn't think of them as being deceptive in any way, but why do you think that they would try to line themselves with athletes to try to push them?
I think they play on the unconscious effect. I mean, you're flipping through your magazine, you come across this, you look at it, you don't even really know what you're seeing, You don't realize it, but, I mean, it gets to you. And then later on, you're in the supermarket, you see the milk, you're like, I could be like Brett Favre.
Definitely exploit the automatic state.
Yeah,
People are
exactly. And, you see it, I mean, it's not just in magazines. You can see it at like an MLB baseball game. If you're watching behind the home plate, they've got them right there. You're not really looking at it, but you're looking at it, You're seeing
true.
it. It's registering. So.
Well, automaticity, it gets us all.
Yeah,
well,
that's right.
And just as automaticity gets us all, the end of this show gets us all. And we have reached that point, and we will see you all next time around. We're the Sports Advertisers. Hope you enjoyed it.